1998. I know you can't see me because I'm invisible in a dark background. Just like there's no space-time continuum. Just like I use my portal magic wand or the watch could take me wherever I go in the different locations across the galaxies and own universe. So anyways, let's get started about the voice impressions of two voice actors passed away of Space Ghost Coast to Coast, George Lowe and C. Martin Crocker. Let's start with C. Martin Crocker. So, I think he's starting his professional career in 1998 in the animation as Storm Mountain. He did animated versions TNT Toons for TNT in the early 1990s and helped animate and design Bombers from Cartoon Network in 1998. He was the best known as portraying the voice of Zorak and Moltar in Space Ghost Coast to Coast throughout the entire run from 1994 until 2008. In an audition to be in the show principal animator, it was his idea to have Zorak and Moltar be Space Ghost sidekicks. He also voiced Zorak on Cartoon Planet and The Brak Show, and the voice of Moltar as the host of Toonami from 1997 until 1999. And I think he was the animator and voice actor. He was born in Atlanta, Georgia. And I think his first voice acting debut was Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Then did Toonami, Cartoon Planet, How Zorak Stole Christmas, which is the video game. Brak presents The Brak Show, starting Brak. The Brak Show, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Perfect Hair Forever, Sunday Pants, and Aqua Teen Hunger Force color movie film for theaters. Well, that's the only their project he already did. And just for the record, while voicing Zorak, I thought his voice sounds like Tom Kenny but using
Oh my gosh, my voice sounds like SpongeBob voice or C. Martin Crocker voice.
yeah, it's a little bit impressions to say. Well, impressive anyway. Yeah, if C. Martin Crocker is no longer working at Adult Swim, maybe Tom Kenny will take his place as the voice of Zorak because they sound similar. Anywho, hello Victor M. How are you? Anyways, so what's up? I really love all your characters, which is the reason why I become a fan. That's nice, Officer Jumbo Wolf 2220. Yeah, yeah. Official Jumbo Wolf 220. Okay, okay. Anywho, when C. Martin Crocker passed away in 2016, Adult Swim honored him by re airing the first Space Ghost Coast to Coast episode produced, Elevator. Wow. And it says, Zorak says in one episode,
Think for me when you look to the night sky.
wow. Yeah. In the wake of the news of his death, C. Martin Crocker friend and collegers such as Coast to Coast friend and co-star George Lowe and Andy Merrow paid tribute to him in posts on social media. Yeah, I'm very sorry about C. Martin Crocker. I mean, he's a very good man. I hope he's in a better place. Now let's go with George Lowe. You know, ever since George Lowe passed away a months ago, people did notice that he passed away. But this is the reason why his final performance was Jellystone episode that he voiced Space Ghost to return, but his voice got older. Wow. That's why my voice sounds like a Space Ghost. George Lowe was a comedian and voiceover artist, and he been he was on a television and films as a medium. Well, I just remember right now, George Lowe just officially retired in 2020, but he decided to come back again one last time before he still retired because it's a special guest. According to this, in July 2023, I just gotta wow. Greetings, I'm Space Ghost. I'm personally to told you that my voice actor, George Lowe, has officially passed away on March 2nd, but we just found out why he passed away. In June, according to this, it was reported that George Lowe was recovering from health issues in his Florida home. George Lowe passed away at the age of 67 while recovering for a heart surgery produced he unwielded in November. He was involved on social media for over a year prior to his death. I'm very sorry that George Lowe. Oh, this is for SMG Undertaker. How do you feel when Hulk Hogan passed away this year? Sad. Very sad. But at least Brett Garland good job voicing Hulk Hogan in the animated series, but not himself. Brett Garland could still continue voicing Hulk Hogan, cause their voices sound similar to each other. Thought on James Winterstone? Take it away, guys. You know, ever since me and Donkey was so upset that James Winterstone got fired from DreamWorks, he's acting very evil. Yeah, and just for the record, he just wanted to make horrible THX text trailers, man. I agree. He needs to be in jail for good and never come out because he made the alternate ending of Madagascar and since arrived deleted version for Flushed Away. That is the reason why a YouTuber named Rohan Horgren saw the encounter of those two movies that he likes. Yeah, I know that. I'd expect that. Now, just for the record, let me tell you guys know about it. DreamWorks has an announcement that while filming Shrek 5, DreamWorks is making a new Shrek spin-off. Yeah, Donkey is getting his own movie. Yeah, man, I'm so excited getting my own movie. Yeah, yes, I'm gonna have my own movie while filming Shrek 5. First Puss, and now me. Donkey, are you sure you're gonna make your own movie? I think your movie's gonna be so boring. No way, Shrek. It ain't gonna boring. Well, I think you're right. Maybe your movie's gonna be about you, your wife, and your kids. But if it's okay that me and Puss are gonna be in a supporting role, well, I'll find out until it comes out, but it has to wait until 2028. What? Impossible. When does it say that? It says on Instagram. Right. Hello, Zan, the Dark Oinkling. Oh, hello, Alternate Planet. Um, okay. Yeah, I understand what you're telling me. Now, any of you notice that why DC Superhero Girls just canceled instead of Teen Titans Go? You know, you know, you know why? Do you reason why they? I'll tell you why they canceled the Lauren Frost version of this series. The canceling was announced in August 2022, and the show has been removed from the American TV and streaming service. Some fans have speculated that fictional defenders and content cuts at Warner Bros. Discovery contribute to the decision. Oh, I really hate David Zaslav. Terrible CEO of Warner Bros. Discovery ever. According to this on a Twitter account, one of the users says, "Will you ever return to the show? And will there be season 3 or 2.5 of season 2 of DC Superhero Girls?" Lauren Frost said, "It's been canceled. No episode beyond season 2, unless there is something I don't know." Why? But listen, before you judging me, I used to love that show. But oh come on, they have superhero boys groups in there. I see Superman, Batman, Flash, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, Flash, Aquaman, the Joker, the Penguin, Lex Luthor, but all of them are teenagers. One of them is the youngest, and one is the oldest, like in their teenagers or in their 20s. Okay, that's very issues to me. Very, very impressive to say. Now let's talk to my brother Eric. Alright, Brian. Now, Brian, I just wanted to ask you something very, 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 very important to tell you. Okay, bro, I'm all my ears. Have you heard the app called iPic? iPic? What's iPic? Well, autistic stock photographing a royalty-free image. Wait. Wait. You mean the iPic to take a picture of your iris? Yeah. Okay. I'll give you a hint. Alright, I'm listening. Now, do you see this picture? Yes. This is the picture of all the irises colors. Some of the pupils have big dilating and small to tiny dilating. But before you take a picture of their eyes, you need to ask their permission to take picture of irises to see what they look like. Just like at a Cosmic Eye in Los Angeles, California. Just remember, all you have to do is tell them, open their eyes wide open, left or right eyeball, then put on their flashlight, make their pupil dilating, and take a picture of their iris's colors. Then it was shown on iPic app to see what color their eyes would look like green, brown, light brown, blue, dark blue, green light, dark green, hazels, and other types of colors, including gray iris, and many types of iris colors you need to look closer. But what about in a cartoon? Well, yeah, you could do it in a cartoon. Now, just remember, you could take a picture of women's eyes, but don't give them blind. But men's too as well. But be careful, okay? Just only take a few seconds to take a picture of it. Just use the iPic app. Just download it and use it to take a picture of anybody's eyes on iPic app. Go on to Google and start downloading right now. Nice. Okay. So so anybody notice that Lego SpongeBob sets? Oh yeah. It will turn 20 years old next year. Now, Brian, I'm gonna ask you a few questions about the set that you have used it or you have it. Now, have you have that set called Adventures in a Bikini Bottom that has SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, and Gary in it? I think our cousin used to have one, but it still remained ever since. But yeah, have you noticed that? Yeah, I didn't even know why SpongeBob has the basketball court in the set. You know that SpongeBob doesn't have a basketball court in the show. And why is Patrick has his own boating car? He doesn't have one in the show. And yes, they have a jellyfish in a slingshot. Cool, cool. Squidward's house design looks still looking to show, but not complete. And Patrick's house looks so small, very complete. What about this? The Krusty Krab. The Lego Krusty Krab set looks very little bit small. It only shows the one table seats, and Mr. Krabs has a small office with the secret ingredient formula, and there's cash register in the grill. Oh, it goes with this and flip it. Have you noticed there's a plankton in set? Oh yeah, man. I wish Lego needs to remaster of this set, cause it will be turned 10 years old next year. Yeah. There are plenty of Lego SpongeBob that has been used it for over the years since 2006, but unfortunately it was discontinued. Yeah, if Lego has its own if SpongeBob had his own video game out of Legos, it has to be a level pack, but only use the audio voices from the show, but some funny reference. Well, I don't think Nickelodeon and Warner Brothers won't get along because there has to be a license. Plus, TMNT just brought the rights to Nickelodeon a few years ago, since 2009. Right, right. Yeah, but I wish all the sets gonna be a remaster and different designs. Yeah, that was a good old day since 2006. But I wish Lego SpongeBob has their own video game, but different levels and audio voices. Right, right. Okay, I'm going to be making the longest video about Neon Genesis Alvarez, but with all Michio Kara's clean censor version scenes. Would you be interested? Not quite. I told you multiple times already. I am not interested of Neon Genesis Evolution series. I prefer different anime shows that has a family friendly with no cursing, such as Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Sonic X, and even Mega Man series. Yeah. Now, I wanted to let you know, fellas, I just made Saturday morning Cartoon Universe movies. It's the fan made, not real. Now, here are the 8 cinematic universe instead of cartoon verse. Let's start with Johnny Test the movie. That was my own first fan movie I made. Johnny Test movie is about all those Oregon stories of how Johnny met Dookie, included which is the reference from the episode of Johnny Test 100 episode back in 2013. And the reason why I made this the idea because of the Johnny Test episode called Johnny Dooby Doo, which is the priority reference of Scooby Doo. So I decided to make the idea out of it. And for the main villain, instead of Johnny Test's villains, I decided to put Eddie as the main villain from Ed, Ed, Eddie because of he's being a troublemaker and selfish, bald headed jerk. And it's all thanks to SMG Undertaker's idea, who wants to know that Eddie is a troublemaker, but not Ed or Double D. They're innocent. So I made the idea out of it, and it was released back in May. I hope you to go on the link in the description and enjoy watching my own fan movie. Next up, Infinity Train, Universal Fate. I started the idea of Infinity Train Universal Fate in back in last summer of 2024 during hurricane season. It was all SMG Undertaker's idea. So he added Infinity Train, Justice League, and Total Drama characters in it. For me, I added Inspector Gadget and Grossology characters in it, so they can make more heroes to team up. almost similarities to Nicktoons games. And Sonic the Hedgehog into a Sonic Verse will be released summer of 2026 on my YouTube fan made movie. It will be in honor of 35th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog game franchise. Yeah, it's very excited to all the fans out there. Yeah, it's kind of very excited. And it will be similarities to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse that was made in 2018. Now, Mario's Day Off, family friendly edition. I think Mario's Day Off original video that was made back in 2008 when Super Smash Bros. Brawl came out. I used to like that video. It was so hilarious because it's the reference between a Super Smash Bros. Melee and Brawl. I'm glad they're using those musics from the game, and those voice actors are perfectly fit, but a little bit too impressions. Instead of using beep sound, they're using coin censorship. That's hilarious. Now, for the Adventures of King Slender and Queen Ivy, a Teletubbies movie. It was all thanks to Spider-Fan 9000's idea. Me and Spider Kid 9000 have been a fan of Teletubbies when we were babies. I've always loved Teletubbies since my childhood. The original series is very my childhood, but those reboots are very weird. And I'm glad they're filming inside a studio instead of outside of locations, despite the show is made in United Kingdom and broadcasted in Canada. I prefer the Teletubbies USA on PBS Kids because it's a perfect USA voice. And Ann Wood is the best creator of those baby shows, but using a live action movement characters like puppets or character suits. And those voice trumpets, they're not CGIs, they're realistic machines. They look like shower sprays, but they're microphones. All the voice trumpets were voiced by British voice actors. And for this series, my fan movie, is gonna be about some of the same adventures based on the Slender Man games, but we had to make the original ideas to make hold on a second. I missed your creepypasta narrations. Will you do THX trailer creepypasta featuring the characters of Yogi Bear, which are Yogi, Boo Boo, Cindy, Ranger Smith, and Ranger Roblox? Uh, I'll think about it, okay? I'll think about it. Because I don't want let SG Undertaker know about it because he's Christian. Christian hates demons and devils. Anyways, Mortal Kombat, Dragons for Blood. That's it was a Sonic fanboy's idea. I understand that he doesn't like me because of my cutie behavior with all his Gacha Club app. You never heard the app called Gacha Club. Gacha Club is a little people of animes. They're so cute, but you had to create your own avatar designs to make them look cute or cool. For Mortal Kombat Dragons and Blood, it will be about some of the Japanese adventures, reference to the martial art movies, like my own characters gonna be in it, my OC cartoon characters from my YouTube videos, Psycho, Kaizo, and Wapu from SNG4 series. Sonic Fanboy will be as in supporting role. Oh, Zen the Dark Oikling says, I sometimes use Gadget Club, but I only use it to make characters and outfits. Just for the records in, your OC character Gadget Club are so cute because of the designs. It will be about a martial arts movies for reference as well. Okay, for Johnny Verse, I changed their title to Cartoon Verse because it has to be a focus on the superheroes. Oh, no problem. I wish I could see more of your Gadget Club's characters some of the time. So yeah. Cartoon verse, Heroes Assemble. Yeah, cartoon verse. The reason I call it cartoon verse because of the cinematic universe verse, the same universe like Twisted Childhood Universe, Marvel Cinematic Universe, DC Extended Universe, Sony Marvel Universe, and more. So, Cartoonverse Hero Symbol will be about all those cartoon shows are coming together to team up to see what's going on in this universe. But all the characters will have different animation styles because of the different creators between 2D and 3D software's designs. Most of the scenes will have funny moments, serious tone, romance, and most of the musical title. But I don't even know why MCG. Why will the Undertaker want to be a main role of this cartoon verse? I don't like the idea. I prefer Johnny Tez, Dookie, and all the characters are the main roles, not the Undertaker, cause it will be celebrities to the Avengers, where he's the coach and the captain of the Cartoonverse headquarters, or should I say, Heroes Assemble headquarters. See, I told you. The Undertaker cannot be the main role throughout the Cartoonverse franchise. But coming soon. Okay, Rock and Roll Rules, an Art System Heroes movie. It will be a little bit focusing on it will be focused on Tina and her one of her siblings' families, brothers, sisters, and cousins. The reason I made Tina Lavelle look cool and awesome goth girl because her design were inspired by goth and emo girls that have red hair, blue eyes, black nail claw polish, a t-shirt with belly buttons, and her teenage voice sounding like Luna from Hell of a Boss, sounding like a teenager, and Aubrey Plaza, the American actress, but you haven't heard of her movie like she did Grumpy Cat Christmas, Monsters University, Legend of Korra, Bad Grandpa, or in other movies. She was also a close friend with Chris Pratt. Yeah, she sounds like a teenager accent. So, Rock and Roll Rules, my own fan movie, will be about a rock band competition. It will be dedicated to Ozzy, who passed away this year. You know, a British, British band guy. You know who that is. Wild Foxy fanboy, aka Journey the Fox fanboy, said, "What is your favorite cartoon show?" All the Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney Channel shows are my favorite, but not those knockoff shows because they're so terrible and copycatted. Anyways, Cartoon Verse, Universe War. It will be focused on takes place after the first movie, and all the heroes were wiped out except the leaders and others. But in the opening scene, Billy Batson, Diana, and Babs were the only survivors left because of all of her friends disappeared. So now it's up to three of them to figure out what's going on. So we'll focus on longest opening scene until it cuts to Johnny Test and all the heroes in space were left off the different planets and heading straight back to Earth. It will be similar to Avengers Endgame, but the different ending will be so dark and scary because it'll be have a lot of reference in all those horror movies, just like in every Steven Spielberg movies like The End of the World or Independence Day, The Day After Tomorrow, or 2012 from 2009 film. Yeah. Okay, so now let's get to Kids WB Revival Saga. But wait, still got a few more things. Let's try. Sorry, guys. I just feel a little clumsy today. Could I remember things? Okay, so Universe, Train Time, World War, Time Warner will be having all the characters' final appearances on screen. It will be the final longest battle between heroes and villains. After they defeating their enemies and Shazam and Toby using their final powers, they snapped it and make the villains defeated instead of faded away. And then Johnny Test used the portal to save everybody from the destroying city damages. And there will be a depressing part that all the heroes are gonna apologize to each other for all the series they've been through, such as Johnny Test is borrowing one of his sister's inventions and caused troubles, and it will be a perfect opportunity to have Johnny Test leaving his parents behind and have a new generation. And Twilight and her friends will be graduating and have their new jobs career in their lives. Like Twilight's gonna be a scientist, Fluttershy is gonna be working at the pet store, Pinkie Pie is gonna work at the sugar place, and that's at the diner, which is you seen it in the shorts. Applejack will be owns her own farm to take care of the animals. Rarity's gonna work at the fancy clothes Victoria's Secret shop where they sell all fancy clothes. And Rainbow Dash is gonna be working at the sports store because she likes sports. And and it will be sad for a new generation. And for the characters, they're gonna have to move on except my OC characters, cause I excuse me. Be right back. I gotta do something very important. All right, be right back, guys. All right, guys. Sorry. Okay, now what was I? Oh yes, all the cartoon characters are gonna have a new generation going on. I don't know if they're gonna have kids or don't have kids, but characters will get married and have kids someday. But don't tell the kids where the babies come from, cause you'll be very inappropriate. Okay, alright, let's do Kids WB Revival Saga. Thanks to SMG Undertaker's idea. Universe Time. Kids WB 30th Anniversary Adventures, based on my coloring comic book back in 2015. Infinity Train, Warner Bros. All Stars, aka Universe Time 2. Yogi Bears, Superman Multiverse, Avengers Universe Infinity, The Fate of Hanna-Barbera, The Superhero Avengers of Shazam, a DC superhero girls movie. Not the 2015, the 2019 version that Lauren Frost created the series, but it's in the development. And Universe Train Time, World War Time Warner, The Superhero Adventures 2 of Shazam 2, Metropolis Summer Camp, and Infinity Time Universe The Ultimate Reunion. And for the upcoming fan movie for SMG Undertaker's idea, it will have SMG Undertaker, YouTube's Fate. I don't know what it's gonna be about, but I can understand what it's gonna be about because it will reveal the answers. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Across the Sonic Verse, just like I said, it will be the reference to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. But the whole universe will have different Sonics in the time past. It will be released in honor of 40th anniversary of the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise in 2031. But unfortunately, the characters will have their new generation soon. The Armies of Heroes the movie. And guess what? Before SG Undertaker joins with us as the writer of my video and a community post, Kevin Pereira and I have been knowing each other on the comments since he's a YouTuber. He's wearing glasses and his face reminds me look like me. And he left YouTube in 2 years ago because of his father and his stepmother decisions. So he's in YouTube Kids now. I hope he's coming back soon or whatsoever. But until further notice. And you know the reason why I love women eyeball close up? I know. It's freaky, okay? It's weird and creepy. But for me, it looks beautiful to me when I looked at their iris colors, when their pupils controlling their dilating. So here's the reason. The reason why I love women eyeball close up because I seen so many videos on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and other medias on internet. So I was originally going to do real life women's recording eyeball close up, but they found freaky. So I decided to editing videos instead. Instead of recording, I decided to use the audio footage editing instead. And for cartoon characters, females as well. Because to me, it looks beautiful to look at it, to see how their pupils controlling dilating. Their eyes' pupils shrunk, like in cartoon characters, where the characters, their eyeballs shrinking, or pupils are shrinking when they shock, scared, or surprised, or angry, or happy. Yeah, it's lovely to know. Yay, what's up? What's up, David? Oh, I don't know where your what is your never mind. All right, so I have a dream about my characters are real in my own cartoon series in the future. Here's the list of the voice actors I made. I will have some of the celebrities voice my character. Okay, goodbye. Anyways, so for my OC character's drawing, um I was gonna have my own ideas of my own voice actors. I will voice Brian and Eric cause their design are reminds me of me cause of my head shaped like a circle. Yeah, my face like a spear ball. And here are the casts you never heard. Bill Hader as Stephen Sean, aka Smartman. Amy Plyer as Gabby Barber, the landlady, the youngest one. Jenny Slade as Kim Barrios, Brian and Eric's younger sister. Jeff Dookham as Professor Staten. Kristen Wiig as. Hold on a second. Do you think Eric should end his friendship with Trevor, Val, Nevada, and Kitty after the events of the Sidekick episode Graduation Days? To be honest with you, yes. Because Eric always messed up throughout the series since 2010. But if Canadian company has a own movie called Sidekick the Movie, then it will have Eric running away from his own town and finding his real parents and everything will be similarities to SpongeBob Special Who Bought What Pants. Yeah. Um thank you for opinion, Kyle, and YouTube vids. Oh, I want more Toby Chan. Yeah, it will be coming soon. Just be patient, okay? Uh, shoo. Okay, can you change your title already? It's very inappropriate title for me. Anyways, Kristen Wiig as Cronky, the tallest girl, and Tina Fey as Karen. So yeah, that's the idea of my own characters to voice. And for the TV series on Disney Plus, Trevor Duvall, Tara Strong, Jennifer Hale, Jeff Bennett, James Morrison, Grey Delisle, Debbie Derry, Barry Cree, Summer Calari Chloride, Zelda Williams, Charlie Ender, Grey Delisle. The reason I chose Jeff Bennett and Jason Morrison to voice two both brothers, cause Jeff Bennett, I love Jeff Bennett's voicing John Travolta impressions, and Jason Morrison still a little bit younger in his 40s since he's a Disney legend. And Carlin, Ian James Carlin's daughter, is the best voicing Sweetie Belle for My Little Pony. I watch her videos, and her videos are so fantastic. I didn't even know her brother is all grown up. He hasn't been voice acting since 2012. And for Zelda Williams, Robin Williams' daughter, is the fan of Legend of Zelda games. I'm glad Robin Williams named her after the Zelda character from the game. It's lovely. So yeah. So Brian and the rest of his friends are I drew. I colored them what they look like. So let's start with my characters on the first top. Brian Barrios is the main hero of my series and he's the mascot of my YouTube channel. I changed the title to Artistum Animation because many cartoon characters have artistums because playing with the toys, drawings, and watch baby or kids cartoons. I do remember watching the episode of SpongeBob when he's playing with his toys while he's on the vacation. Yeah. So Brian Barrios, he's in his 20s. He likes to flirting women's, but not his girlfriend Serena Baki, cause Serena Baki, I created her as she's a less overprotective and more friendly. She likes to chase Brian because how romantic works. She has the big orange curly hair, her earrings, her green light eyes, emerald eyes, and her lips on the top, red dress, red nail polish, her fingers and toes, and black sandals. And she sounds funny and clumsy whatsoever. I think she has a half autism and half independent. And for Stephen Sean, Brian's best friend, he's a friendly superhero who likes to be smart to know everything in the past, present, and future. But he doesn't grow his brain out. He just memorizes it. For Gabby Barber, um, she is the world's youngest landlady who's trying to see what everybody's doing in the house, giving their the money to rent, paying the rent, to going around the houses to see they need to pay the rent every single month. I was originally gonna make her as being royalty and bossy to everybody, but when I tested, it will be too mean and disrespectful. So I made her as a friendly landlady. And her eyes were originally going to have blue eyes, but I had to change her eyes to brown like hazels. So everybody understand what her eyes would look like. Her design is beautiful, wearing a pink boots, pink shirt, pink pants, and blonde, yellow hair, and pink earrings, and her makeup, eyelashes, but not her lipstick. For Kim Barrios, she's wearing a raccoon costume, similarities to the wild, the wild things are, where the wild things are. And Brian's twin brother Eric, he's not that kind of a selfish jerk. He's a less troublemaker, but he's being serious tone to help to take care of Brian to make sure he needs to learn to be independent. Ricky and Devin, known as the Milder brothers, live together in a house tour, cause they help each other to do a lot of independent stuff. For some reason, for Gabby's little sister Rachel, she's innocent and she's adorable girl. Plus, she has two eyes, but she covered her one eye, so she's very shy and nervous. And she talks nice and quietly, playing with her cute toys and her ragdoll doll. And Serena Baggy's little brother Troy, he is the youngest one who likes to know everything and memorized it, but he's being independent. And for Jennifer Beadle, her design reminds me of Cree Summer, and her eyes was originally going to have black eye, but I made her eyes are light brown because I I'm not trying to be racist to those people, but yeah. Kai on YouTube video says, "Here is the meal for you: Buff Young Liberty the Lion from Jellystone versus Patrick Star. Their battle will be legendary. Don't know, don't care, doesn't matter. I'm not interested in some battle, ultimate battle, copyrighted. I just enjoy it, okay? Anyways, back to the characters. Jennifer Beadle design were inspired by. Wait a minute. Sorry for my inappropriate friend. He does not know proper matters. We really just want more Toby Chin and Sonic and cool original shows. I don't understand why he needs a bad word such as in name. Are you serious? I can't say that because my channel is family friendly. It's rated G, PG, and PG 13. Now, please let me continue about my characters already. Anywho, Jennifer Beadle design will reminds me of Cree Summer, but I made her design that she wears a blue dress, blue shoes, and she has a beautiful makeup. And she has a lipstick. That's where black people has big lipstick. I'm not trying to be racist, I'm just saying. And for Brian's twin cousins, Andrea and her sister, and I used to call them the Burials cousins, twins. One of the twins have broken teeth, and the other one has braces on their teeth, because they're being comedians and clumsies, doing joke stuff and pranking it. They're very good cousins of Brian, Eric, and Cam. They've been great getting along as the Burials family. The reason I call Brian, Eric, Kim, and their twins Burials because their last names were inspired by my mom's original name, Denise Burials. Yeah, that's her original name, but her name was changed to Denise Shawn. I I really miss my mom's old name. My original name used to be William Burials Moses, but I used to call my middle name Unique. William Unique Moses. Yeah. So anywho, Professor Professor Stainson. I designed his face inspired by fear for Inside Out, but I made his design look funny. Unless he's not being a dwarf, he's just a little bit less in his 20s. He's just being a great scientist, but sometimes he messes up. And for Crunkle, one of the Serena's older cousin, her design was inspired by Andre the Giant, but female. She speaks deep accent, but baby language like, be like healthy people, room dirty, me so sad. It's the baby language cave people like snoo snoo, me so hungry. Her hair has the longest curly hair, and her eyes are light green and blue mixing color. And for the last character that I color is Karen. Everybody knows Karen is a terrible. You know what? That's funny. Karen is all over the world, insulting people, insulting children, and being threatened their pets and their kids and their families. She's being fake and lied. You know, I watched those Karen's video. Karen pretending she fell down and hit the car, and the people was an incident. And then the other Karen, she pretending she was bit by a dog, and she is being lied. I seen a video of Karen banging, banging on the police door inside a car after she was arrested. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Zan. Karen be like, I would like to speak. I would like to speak to the manager. I know, I know. The reason I made her as the villain because it's the perfect it's the perfect opportunity to make her the villain, insulting people instead of violent appropriate. I made those people get in trouble, including the families and children's as well. Her design is inspired by a YouTuber from Lizzie Glover's Go Animated website, but I made her design wearing shoes heels with her toes showing like her pink nail polish and wearing a pink nails on her fingers and toes. She wears a pink t-shirt, yellow shorts, and blonde hair, and she wears glasses. Also, she is the aunt of Gabby and Rachel Barber to make sure that she won't cause trouble. So, so Gabby and Rachel are the only members of the Karen's Ferry are not entitled. They're friendly and trying to make sure they need to keep an eye on their aunt so they won't cause trouble. But from my opinion, she'll be in she'll be in custody and screaming like a maniac, throwing rage. She was also hired Professor Staten to make everybody in trouble. And all the characters I drew is magnificent. Wait, wait a minute. Sorry to interrupt, but if the Topi Chin show ever becomes a real cartoon on CBBC or Hulu, I will watch it. Dude, I just started my own characters like 3 years ago, and it's not even to develop yet. Okay, I just making some ideas, so I just wanted my own independent series on my YouTube channel, cause I've seen so many independent videos on YouTube, like Hell of a Boss, Halaba's Hotel, Mega Runners, Sunset Paradise, and 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 um and and other independent animation that has a full pilot. SFG Undertaker doesn't like Hell of a Balls and Hospital Hotel because of the demon cartoons. It's okay, it's okay. I accept your apology. And if my characters are real on TV, the animation will have the same movement as DC superhero girls. For men's, they can have pupil eyes cartoon form. And for women's, irises colors with their eyes colors. Even though they need to control their pupil dilating when they're surprised, scared, sad, happiness, or angry. Because it will be a more perfect realistic ideas from my own drawings. And to be honest with you, I never had a girlfriend in my whole life. I don't have a girlfriend since I started high school in 2012. I have friends, but I haven't called them for a while. Maybe they're probably too busy doing something in their lives afterwards, after Special Olympics. But to be honest with you guys, I'm nervous to talk to women's. But when my dad was alive, he never teach me how to hang out with women's, cause it's a little bit too complicated to tell you about it. And every time when my uncle asking me or say anything about do you have a girlfriend, my face get blushy and says, "Oh, stop talking about asking me questions." I mean, come on, it's embarrassing questions. And and let's keep a secret privacy together for what I said. Every time when I look at their women's, my situation privacy excited is stretching out harder when I look at them. It feels like I like to stare at women's eyes when my wiener gets harder and harder and harder when I look at them. I'm not trying to be weird, but I'm getting nervous. I just walked away. But if I have a girlfriend is overprotective, she will hug me and push me to the ground and kiss me all over my face, like my character Serena Baki. So, anyways, I have a dream about my character and his girlfriend Serena Baki at the carnival after the defeating Karen in the carnival prom party. It will be shown the scene of the the spirit wheel on the top where they run around circles. It was shown the scene where those two love couples are having a conversation together about their relationship started. And Ryan looks very happy to see Serena again, but she doesn't want to talk to him because after what he said to her about it. Serena turned around and asked questions about why he doesn't have a girlfriend. And he'll say, the reason I didn't get a girlfriend yet because I'm too busy having my new life as a superhero crime. But she'll say, but do you know some heroes saving when having a true love? Like Spider Man fell in love with Gwen Stacy, Iron Man fell in love with Pepper Pan, and many other superheroes had true loves. And then my character looks very nervous and surprised about what she says. She turned around and did not look at her, but she forced him to look at her. And then they need to stare at each other. I mean, for the record, Brian likes to stare at Serena's eyes, her green eyes. She doesn't say anything but staring at each other. And for Brian, he did good job controlling his body without doing inappropriate stuff. They just stared at each other, eye to eye, like staring contest. But they're not freaking out together. Yeah. They like to stare at each other for the last 30 seconds until Brian decided to apologize and smooth her cheeks softly, and they they're starting to love each other. I've seen so many Disney movies that have a romantic scenes, such as Snow White, Cinderella, Tarzan, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King, Mulan, and more. So it gives me an idea to have Brian and Serena love each other after they apologize to each other of the incident of Karen's the incident. Brian began to hug her. He's not crying, he's just a little depressing. And Serena hugged him back, giving an apology accepted. He smoothed her hair softly and rubbing her cheeks softly. And now they finally kiss each other, like in every Disney movies. They look at each other eye to eye for the last a few seconds, and then her sandals dropped and picked her sandals up and put her sandals back on, like in a Cinderella moments. He noticed that she has ring on her toenails. Her nail polish, her fingers and toes are beautiful to him. It's Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. Yeah, I heard you. Nash Showcast, the video editor, 2025. So, anyways, I'll tell you more stories later. So, I hope you have a good day. Goodbye. Yeah, this is gonna be great. Um,